Hey, Philip, Violet, and Dayton. This is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital. Wanted to go ahead and shoot this video for you before I gave you a call related to Catherine's email. But basically, just kind of show you where your church website kind of stands in relation to some other churches in the area. I realize not every church is the same or the same denomination, but I wanted to just kind of give it a brief overview. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Um, and so when Google is crawling the web, so it's really looking for three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And so those are kind of the things that I'm going to talk about today. And those are what affect any website, whether it's a church or otherwise, is ranking. So content refers to the words and images on your site. So Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum, on the page. And what that does is it allows it to get a good idea of what you do and where you are. And the exact amount is really going to depend on the competition and the number of keywords needed. I say competition, I realize we're talking about a church, and it's not necessarily that you are competing with each other, but when I'm speaking about that, I'm really just referring to, people being able to find your church versus maybe finding some of the other churches. So a keyword, what is that? So a keyword is really just anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's take a look at what a Google search might look like. So what I did is I went to Google and typed in church, Gainesville, Florida. I did not specify a denomination, did not do anything like that. But what you can see, what comes up first is what we call a map pack. So more and more people are using these maps to find what they need. They're super user friendly. They can see at a snapshot like what's close to them. And the way that you do get in here, and you want to be in the top three if at all possible. By being in the top three, you'll see about a 30% increase in traffic to your website than you would by not being. And so to get in here, you need to make sure that you have a Google business page, for one, that is completely and accurately filled out, that you have more citations than anyone else. And all a citation is when your name, address, and phone number appear in a directory on the web somewhere. And so one of the key factors related to not only website ranking, but also these Google Maps is those citations. And then the other thing is you want to have reviews and a competitive score for those reviews. Map pack is what we call the organic results. I did have your website pulled up here, but just to show you so that what comes up first when I searched for church, Gainesville, Florida, is Vita Springs Church, and then also Greenhouse Church. And so for the purposes of this video, I'm going to compare your websites against those two. So here's your website. So the first thing I can see is obviously you guys show some great sincerity. You're really, promising how you will treat potential new members of your church. And I think that is all, wonderful. But there's not a ton of information in here just for Google to be able to pick up on exactly what you do. There's probably, I'd guess, maybe about 300 words, if that, on this page. And let's look at some of the competition. So here is Greenhouse Church. They don't have a ton either, although they do have um, more than you do. They've got some call to actions. They've got some, that's what this is. Like, they want people to sign up for their newsletter. They've got some different sections about their church. Got different ideas that people can look at between their mission and the community and the worship services. So that's Greenhouse. And then Vita Springs, they have some good video here, a little bit of content, so not much either. So they could definitely improve that as well. But one of the ways that I compare websites is I look at them through kind of to analyze them. I look at them through a tool called RFs. And so that's what I've got pulled up here. So from this tool, I can actually see that really no one is finding your church online through searching. Now you do have 5 keywords that it's pulling information from. One of them is Church of Christ, Gainesville, Marooned, VBS, Leary, Acuff, and then your actual address. But even for those, you are in like the far reach pages. So Ideally you want to be in position 10 or less. So Church of Christ Gainesville, it's really kind of the name of your church. You're in position 9 for that. So that is the first page. But once you get into these other ones, the 44th position is the 5th page. That's basically the 6th page, the 9th page, 10th page. And so no one's really, you're not seeing any traffic from any of those. But you can see that 10 people per month are searching for Church of Christ Gainesville. But because you're in position 9 for that, you're not really getting the traffic that you would want to for that key term. Now, in contrast, let's take a look at Greenhouse. So I can actually see that they're getting 4.5 thousand people visiting, unique visitors to their website per month. Now, this is obviously all over the entire greenhousechurch.org. And they're being found for 704 keywords, and we can drill down and see what those are. We can see that some of that is just their name, but like churches in Gainesville, they're number 4 for that. So that particular term is being searched 800 times per month. Because they're in position 4, they're getting visited 94 times per month. So you can see what the difference is in targeting a keyword can make to the people that find your website. Let's take a look at Vita Springs, and you can see that they are getting about 344 unique visitors per month, and that is coming off of 131 keywords. Talked about keywords, we've talked about content. So the last piece of the puzzle is what we call backlinks. So all a backlink is a clickable link from another website coming back to yours. And what that does is it really builds trust in Google Eyes. It sees these other businesses or organizations kind of vouching for you by referring people from their website back to yours. So that is one way that you can kind of build power, and that contributes to your ranking on the web. Right now you have a referring domain coming in, and I can see from this DR, this number right here, this reflects a scoring system. It's a scoring from 0 to 100, and it really allows me to compare websites regardless of the number of links coming back or the number of domains coming in, because it measures the strength of the overall profile and how much does Google trust and how much does Google trust you based on that profile, and how much power do you have? But right now you're kind of sitting at a 0. So if we look at the Greenhouse in contrast, so right now they are sitting at about a 28. So on a scale of 0 to 100, they're ranking about a 28 in the power aspect of their backlink profile. And if you look at Vita Springs, they're at actually about a 20. So, once all of these things start coming together, the backlinks, the citations, the content and keywords, that's when you start rising kind of in those Google ranks. And that is how people find you. It's basically, it's a popularity contest, right? You want to win those people to be able to see you, because you want people to be able to not only find your website, but find you as an organization. So those are the kinds of things that I help with, that Soul Sisters can help with, in improving your website to be able to allow more people to find you, and in helping you rank so that those people can find you on the web. If you'd like to learn more, I'm going to shoot this off to you guys, but my number is 352-235-9803. I will send this off, and then hopefully we can get together and talk about kind of what your goals are for your digital presence. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.